I met a gypsy.
I want you to set up a straight up battle war, me and Eli, on a sand track. Because he's always winning South Rig, right? I want to do it. I want to race him 1-to-1, 30-minute moto on a deep sand track. If you know him, you have to set that up. I want to race him.
Race him. We have to do that.
Two gates.
When
two
would you
gates
do
up. Me against him. When I'm
All right,
fit.
and how long?
Yeah, I need a bit of time, but yeah, but he's still racing next year too, right? Like, even if it's gonna be next year, but one day I want to race him 1-to-1, no one else in the track, just me against him, man to man.
All right, bro. Okay, let's seriously work this out. I actually think that this can happen.
Because you always got that shit. Who's faster? Like, you always got that shit. It's the Herlings. Nah, it's Tomac. Nah, Tomac will beat Herlings. No, Herlings will beat Tomac. All right, let's fix it. We go to even the Southwick. We'll do. We rent the track on a Monday. Leave the track rough as fuck. Me against him. man to man war. Who wins that thing?
So
wins that thing? I would do that.
All right, so
anytime.
When
I'm healthy.
So
I'm not healthy right now, but when I get healthy, we'll do it.
All right, so let's actually fully set this up. Let's make this like an official thing right here. All right, I think that I could get some money for this too. I think I could get like $100,000. I'm not joking. I want to try and get $100,000, winner take all, right? And then we do it. Would you do it at Southwick, like maybe the day after the national? Like get it watered, like not prepped, just watered, and prep the start straight, and then go. So what do we think?
Yeah, but like the thing, but then they will say again, "Oh, Hurling's won because it's a sand track, because he's the king of the sand." So actually, we need maybe need two. I don't know. Like
no.
I don't know.
Eli
like
went
the
back
last
down
race
from
I
the
beat
sand.
him. Nah, I know, because Eli's fast, and like he's not a pussy. He's man, like, but we always like I've been reading all those when there was a rumor I was coming to US, which actually was the plan. There was so many keyboard warriors. Oh, Hurling's gonna win. Tomac gonna win. So okay, before he gets into retirement, before I get into retirement, let's do a face-to-face face-off, like race. Whoever wins that, straight up, is the fastest guy. But like no other competition, just me and him.
All right, so do you remember when do you watch UFC much?
Yeah, a bit. I love Conor McGregor, man.
Do you
love his interviews, shit talks.
Yeah. He's so good. So did you see when Jorge Masvidal and Nate Diaz did the baddest motherfucker title?
Probably when I see back the fight, I probably not, as I've seen so many, but mostly I just watch because Conor McGregor, because of his funny comments of all the shit he's saying.
yeah. I feel like you're the Conor McGregor of motocross. You just don't say the shit publicly.
Have you seen the Conor McGregor octopus walk when he comes around that boxing thing?
Yeah.
If one day we'll get that thing with Tomac, and if I win, I'll freaking walk through the paddock like this, man, like a king.
Dude, so they did this title, right? It was Jorge Masvidal and Nate Diaz, and it was called the BMF title, so like the baddest motherfucker. So I reckon we call it the fastest motherfucker title, or like fastest motherfucker, fastest man in the world. That would be, in my opinion, you versus Eli, 1 versus 1, 35 minutes on the same track, rough as fuck. Already rough, like not fresh. Like we're talking this thing's like national rough. There's no arguments on who is the man.
I believe you. Like I believe that's the only, like, because if you would do a race like a Motocross of Nations, okay, there's probably like 38 other guys on the gate. Then I'll get a whole shot, or he'll get a whole shot. I start 10th, and then he'll win because I had to pass 9 other riders. Then you still don't know who's the fastest guy. Like I remember in Red Bud, like I think I got first and second behind my teammate Glenn, but Eli got like I don't know even know where he finished, but not inside the top 3 or top 5, I believe. But he had like second gate pick, so it's shit start. So it wasn't a fair race. So it, like, the only time we raced fair and square was an Ironman. But yeah, then he crashed the first moto. Then
and then he was kind of like balls deep in a title. He had everything to lose.
So it doesn't count
because it was, that was the biggest letdown ever, because he couldn't really race you. You know what I mean? Not to say that he would have
No,
beat you,
true.
like you rode fucking crazy fast that day, but he's not. If he went out and raced you, that's the dumbest thing in the world that he could have ever done.
No, exactly. Like he tried to race me in the first moto, and then he had a big crash. Remember, we had like a triple uphill, then straight into a right. He jumped next to the track into a pile of sand, and he just front flipped. He crashed. There was something with his handlebar. So second moto, I actually had a star crash, and I actually flew past him, and he didn't even battle me. But exactly, like you said, it was the right thing to do. He would have been so stupid to start fighting because I was there. I had nothing to lose. I was just for a one day race. Like even if I would get injured, didn't matter. He was there fighting for a championship. And then the next weekend, then we went like to Jacksonville. I got second first. He got a first third. But the first moto, I started like 15th. And he took a whole shot. So yeah, for sure he won. And then the second moto, something same happened, similar. And then I won. So we never really had a 1-1. Like we started first and second. And we would have had a straight up battle. Because then the year after in Red Bud, kind of same thing. Like his stars were terrible. And we never had like a 1-1 fight. So as long as he's the number one guy in US, let's set up somewhere one day when I'm back healthy. Let's set up a battle.
Dude, I'm so in. It'd be so cool to see as well, where you just take everybody else out of the equation. And I mean, have you ever done? I guess you would have never done a race like that, where it's just two dudes, one gate drop. You do 35 minutes, and then just full send. You don't have to deal with. You really wouldn't have to deal with Roost. You'd have the whole track to yourselves. Like there'd be no lappers to deal. That would be the dopest shit in the world to watch. That would break the internet.
That 100% will. That will be, especially like we just have to find the right location to do so. But we need a rough track. Like when it's a flat track, it's easy. Bower can just spin it and go fast. We need a super rough track, and either in Europe or either in America. And yeah, we should go head to head on a rough track and see who comes out. So that's a shame because I really wanted to go to US this season and I just barely couldn't make it. Like I was just 2 or 3 weeks too late on the bike. Like I could only start riding like 8th of May or something, I believe, or 5th, and the race was 28th of May. And I when I wanted to go there, I didn't ride for 3.5 months, so I felt like I would not be capable of doing a full 35-minute moto and matching that guy's speed. And as the championship is so short, like it's just a 12 race series, week in, week out, I wouldn't have been capable of fighting for the championship. So that's why I eventually decided not to do it. But my long-term goal is to still ever race a full outdoor championship, probably on the last year of my career. It's my goal today. Maybe it will change in the future, further injuries or whatever may happen, or we'll see by then. But you know, I felt really bad because I really wanted to do a full series in the US because I personally believe the competition is super strong and those tracks are much better for me. Like the European tracks are so hard and slick and not so fun to ride, while the US tracks, they all look so amazing, and the way they prep the tracks, they're doing such a great job on Pro Motocross. So that's why also probably Tony enjoys it so much, because the tracks are just chocolate cake, man.
I mean, obviously because of my relationship with Rick, shout out to Rick, coolest Dutchman I know. He, was sort of saying that he had some. He was like, oh, Jeffrey might be close and it might be happening, and I was like, oh man, as a fan of motocross, the world just needs to see you do a full season outdoors. And I mean, could you imagine if you were in this particular season with everyone riding as good as they are, and then your level that you'd be bringing? You got Tony in there. I mean, it's already Jason Lawrence, so it's like it would just be the craziest season.
Yeah, for sure. I think that would have been insane. But the fans should have understand, like with the reputation I've had to come out from a championship and then to come there being unfit and unhealthy. It didn't make sense. Right. I would be around 5th place. So I really had to be fit. Had like minimum 6 weeks of practice in, and I just couldn't make it. And I think eventually I made the right decision to not do it, because also with the temperatures, it's super, super hot. While in Europe, we're not used to those high lead temperatures. Weekend in, weekend out. And then of course, to make that trip happen, it's not that I just had to come to the race. I had to move for like 4 months to America, had to get my shit packed, had to do everything. So it was just the time notice was too short to make it happen. But hopefully one day in the future. At least we first have to get a 1-to-1 race with Eli under the belt, and after that we'll maybe consider a full championship.
Dude, I'm honestly going to get a belt made, like a UFC championship belt. It's just going to be one of one, and it will be just the coolest trophy at the end of it. And honestly, I reckon I could get $100,000 for the winner. Mate, let's make it a thing. Let's make it a thing.
It's up to you, my man. It's up to you. But before you get everything together, it will still take a while, so we'll still I'll still got some time to prepare.
Oh yeah, no. We're doing this when you're ready and when Eli's ready. This is gonna happen when this is like Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao right now. It's like the fight that everyone wishes could have happened, and you're just like, no one's gonna be past their prime. It's gotta be all the right conditions.
Are you gonna be on pay-per-view?
Hey, we might as well, dude. We might as well. All right, hey, I'll put maybe I put up that. Yeah, maybe I put up the $100,000 and then we sell it on pay-per-view, and then the boys get pay-per-view splits. We just do like a full boxing expedition.
Everybody freaking paying to see this battle. Yeah.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.